Welcome back to another edition of Campus Reports. Today, Janelle Newman gives us some information on the Human Papilloma virus and its new vaccine.
Kimberly Morris reports that there may be change on the horizon as to questions about sexual orientation in military recruiting.
Plus, find out where you will soon see a new fine arts library and auditorium on campus.
Also, students on campus may have another reason to think twice about piracy, or maybe not.
And Breanna Cox gives us information on another center for adopting pets in the Albuquerque area. I'm Travis Weber.
And I'm Megan White. All these stories coming up now on Campus Report.
Local coverage. Student perspectives. At the University of New Mexico. From the KNME studios, this is Campus Report.
Young girls barely entering 5th grade will soon be required to receive a vaccination against sexually transmitted diseases. Janelle Newman has a story about the vaccine Gardasil and the human papilloma virus, and the new New Mexico law.
Schools require that children receive vaccines for viruses that are normally contracted through colds, coughs, and everyday contact. The New Mexico legislators recently passed a law that requires 13-year-old girls to receive a vaccine that protects them against a sexually transmitted virus. The vaccine is called Gardasil, and the disease that it protects children from is called the Human Papilloma virus, or HPV. Cervical cancer can develop in the lower part of the uterus that connects the vagina. It can develop if a person is exposed to certain types of HPV. Martha Edmonds, the director of Planned Parenthood, says her office currently offers the vaccine to young girls.
To all of our patients, so I guess the majority of patients that we're seeing now are probably about 15.
Gardasil has been approved by the Food and Drug Administration, but it can cause side effects such as pain, swelling, itching, redness at the injection site, and in rare cases, difficulty breathing. Edmonds says the vaccine is given in a series of 3 shots.
And the cost for the whole series is $750 for $250 a shot.
The American Cancer Society estimated in 2005 that 10,370 women died from the disease. Martha Edmonds says
that Gardasil is worth trying, even if it only saves one life. This is Janelle Newman reporting.
You may not have heard of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, but it is a controversial issue for those in the military. Kimberly Morris has the details.
In 1993, President Bill Clinton signed into law the current Don't Ask, Don't Tell military policy regarding homosexuals serving in the military.
Well, being that I'm retired military, I got out actually the day that Clinton announced Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Mm-hmm. I decided that was when I needed to retire because it was just too hard. It was too hard of a policy to live under. And the numbers have still been really high. They've been discharging people for years. Mm-hmm. But yet there's still a lot of gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender people in the military, and they're doing the job every day. And I think I saw a quote the other day on Service Members Legal Defense Network that like 57% of military folks know that there's somebody gay in their unit, mm-hmm. and they're fine with it. And I think it's a different generation.
A new generation in which, according to a Gallup poll taken in December of 2003, when asked, do you think people who are openly gay or homosexual should or should not be allowed to serve in the U.S. military? 79% said should, 18% said should not. Governor Bill Richardson agrees. In a recently issued statement, he said, I do not believe that homosexuality is immoral, and I believe that Congress should repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I voted against it when I served in Congress. People should not be judged based on their sexual orientation. But not everyone agrees. According to U.S. Fed News, Marine General Peter Peace, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, said, Don't Ask, Don't Tell allows individuals to serve this nation, and 2, it does not make any judgment about the morality of individual acts. Changing the don't ask, don't tell policy may be more than just a moral issue.
The incredible waste of taxpayers' dollars. I mean, I don't think it's an issue of who you sleep with or what you do in that kind of area. I think it's more about, here's somebody who's trained for all this time and money and expertise, and they're gone the next day simply because you think they might be doing something.
One thing that is for sure, with Democrats controlling Congress and the 2008 presidential election just around the corner, this is sure to be a hot button issue. For Campus Reports, this is Kimberly Morris.
UNM's architecture department is close to moving into its new building, George Pearl Hall, located on Central between Cornell and Stanford. It will be equipped with 180-seat auditorium, a new fine arts library, classrooms, graphic labs, and administrative support spaces. After more than 7 years, UNM students and faculty seem eager to get into the new building and get right down to business.
We expect that the building should be completed in the fall semester of '07, and that we'll be moving in hopefully in the spring semester of 2008. And the huge benefit that this building will have is that it draws all of our students and faculty into one building. Right now we're in 3 buildings. Our last building is all the way down south of Vassar and Central.
Plans for the building began in 1999, but crews didn't begin construction until 2005.
College campuses across the U.S. are cracking down on piracy to avoid being sued by the recording industry. UNM is one of those campuses, but as Saba Mohammed reports, their punishments may not be severe enough.
You've seen the commercials against it, but that is not stopping college students around the nation from illegally downloading movies and songs. Recently, the U.S. recording industry stepped up to stop college students from downloading pirated music online and offered students a way to settle the argument out of court. The U.S. recording industry sent out letters to universities advising of potential copyright infringement lawsuits against students who use the computer networks to swap songs they haven't paid for. The industry group is asking the universities to notify students they will be sued, but can settle the cases before any lawsuits are filed. The ITS is doing very little to stop students from downloading. Freshman Tyler Van Riper, who lives on campus, says he's been downloading music ever since he moved in and he hasn't been caught yet.
I don't think I can get caught. From what I hear, you can't really get caught on wireless.
Robbie Mays, another freshman, tried to download music on campus, but all the shared music was blocked.
Just because I haven't gotten, I tried to, but like everybody has shared music was blocked, so I couldn't. So.
According to Robbie Mays, whose friends got caught downloading music, said that they only had to go through a class and the internet was shut off for a week.
As far as I know, you have to go take like a class, you have to go talk to them about it, but you lose it for a week, your first offense, so. But you can still get on anywhere else on campus, just not in your room on your computer, so it's not that big of a deal.
Patrick Wickets, on the other hand, used to live in the dorms and ran into a problem while downloading music on campus.
My freshman year, and I lived in the dorms, they caught me downloading music, and they shut my internet off for a week.
That was it?
That was it. Music videos, cartoons, South Park episodes. That's about it.
According to the Recording Industry Association of America, more than 1 billion songs are swapped on programs such as Kazaa and LimeWire each month. Clearly, college students are the main target in the campaign to stop piracy. But will they ever catch each and every student who downloads illegally? How will UNM students be affected?
Like I can see why they want to. I mean, it is illegal and they have to save their from being liable, but at the same time, it's like I mean, we're paying rent here, you know. Like, they charge more for me to live in the oldest dorm on campus with my roommate than it would be for us to get a 2-bedroom apartment somewhere else, you know? So, I don't know. I don't think they should care that much, but.
If a new CD comes out, probably download it.
So the next time you sit on a computer to download, think again. This is Saba Mohammed reporting.
Earlier, Breanna Cox sat down with Anna Sanchez, spokesperson for the Albuquerque Animal Care Center, to talk about the center and its new store in one of Albuquerque's malls.
About a month ago, the Albuquerque Animal Humane Shelter opened up a new pet store in the Coronado Center Mall. Today we've got Anna Sanchez with us, and
this is Misty.
And she's going to be here to talk to us a little bit about how their sales are going and how everything's going with the new pet store. So you're the spokesperson for the Albuquerque Animal Humane Shelter. And so how did you guys get the idea to open up this new store, and how have the sales been going?
Actually, this is a new initiative of Mayor Martin Chavez to open up the new adoption center at Coronado Mall, and it's actually done very well. The first week we even surpassed pet adoptions compared to the East Side shelter, which usually does very well. So it's going wonderfully.
Wow. So then in terms of the shop, how does it differ? I'm so distracted. She's so cute.
She's very, very entertaining.
How does it differ from the other shelters?
From the shelters, Lucky Paws actually is a state-of-the-art facility. You're talking that it's a much smaller facility. There's personalized service there, the adoption counselors to work with you, as well as just a variety of animals that are available for adoption.
And speaking of animals that are up for adoption, how would someone go about adopting this little one?
This one is actually not available yet, but it is a very good example of all the different kinds of animals we have available at Lucky Paws or at the shelters. And the adoption process, you have to be 18 years old and meet the standards of the qualified adopter, which includes some other guidelines. But people can find out about that on our website.
All right, can we get a little closer?
Yes, if I can get her to turn around. This is Misty. Yes, she's so cute.
And she will be up for adoption in a few weeks, so make sure you check out the shelter and check out their new pets. Thanks for joining us, Anna. We appreciate it.
Don't you just want to pick up Misty and take her home?
Well, you'll have to wait until she's up for adoption, but at least now you have another reason to go to the mall. I'm Travis Weber.
And I'm Megan White. Thanks for watching.